So we'll begin at the top of our mats today, a nice easy going flow. Start by taking a big inhale, lift the arms up overhead and catch a hold of your left arm with your right hand and lean yourself over towards the right side. Just a gentle roll here. Taking a moment there, stretching it out. And then come on back through your middle, over towards the opposite side this time. So left hand's grabbing your right wrist and you're just slowly leaning over towards your left side. And then back through your middle, big stretch up overhead. And fold up and over, crawl down yourself here, make it easy, softening through the knees into a forward fold here. So your knees can be nice and bent, nice and soft, and then roll right back up the way you came so you can crawl up yourself again. Make everything as easy as possible. Arms come up overhead and then all the way back down. Just let the arms soften and find your ground again. This time lift up halfway, a nice flat back, big inhale to stretch out. And then as you exhale, soften up and over again. So lean towards your right leg, so much so there's no weight on your left leg, and you can just start to step it behind you. So we've got a nice low lunge here. So first, make sure you're stable, so make sure your feet on a tight rope. You've got nice weight to make sure you've got a good foundation here. And then slowly drop that back knee towards your ground. So make sure it's not too far forward, shuffle it back if you need to. Just find that cozy spot. So once you're here, lean into your left side so you can open up towards your right. So use that left hand to pull your belly open here, getting an easy twist. And then come back through your middle, and this time lean into your right arm so you can open up towards the left here. Big stretch, and then right back towards your middle. Take a moment to find your center. Tuck the back toes and keep that back knee on the ground and start to shift your weight back. So we're going into a runner's stretch here. So the front leg is nice and soft, your right foot isn't flexed, just keeping it gentle here. You can roll about here. If this is quite a deep stretch, maybe come up a little, get more into the back. Just notice for you what feels nice here, rolling around. Taking a few long, deep breaths to stretch out. And then crawl your way right back towards that low lunge. Lift that back knee off the ground, and we're coming up to a high lunge. So make sure you're stable first. Soften everything, come into your middle, and then pull yourself up all the way high, arms follow. And then sink into a high lunge. So we'll do that 3 more times. So the breath pulls you up high, big stretch. And as you exhale, you just soften back to that high lunge. Nice, 2 more times. Easy, relaxing here. Once more, big stretch high. And this time, come on down, all the way down. So soften towards your left hand and then slide your right leg back behind you for a plank pose this time. So nice, easy plank. Just swaying a little here. You can move forward or back. And then sink the hips, drop the knees down, and we'll find a nice, easy up dog here. So same thing, roll from side to side here. Easy stretching. And then a big inhale, pull your shoulder blades back and down together, big stretch. And then come on back, shift your hips back towards an easy child pose here. So knees can be together or apart, just finding a comfy landing spot and soften everything, relax yourself down. And then come back onto all fours, and this time we'll go for a down dog. So tuck your toes and shift your hips up from the belly and find an easy down dog here. So Your heels don't have to touch the ground, just make sure your knees are soft, your elbows are soft. And you can sway here, make sure that everything's stable, so that might be walking your hands out a little wider or your feet a little wider. Just finding the spot that feels right for you. And then we'll walk towards the front of the space again to find that forward fold. So crawl your hands, your feet, your belly all the way up. Just rolling around, crawling high here. And then once you get there, soften the knees, just hang up and over again. So we'll roll up to stand, crawl your way up your body just like you crawled to the front of the mat, rolling high. And then all the way back up and over, just let it all hang down, find the ground. Inhale to pull yourself up for that flat back, looking out a little way. And then exhale to soften right back down. This time lean towards your left side so much that that right leg can easily slide back, finding that low lunge. So take a moment here, really take your time. Find a cozy spot, make sure your feet are comfortable. You've got a bit of weight in your arms so you can let the legs relax. And then once you've found that spot, lower that back knee down and relaxing here. So don't hold any pose, any tension, just keep it movable, keep your breath flowing. And then lean right, lean into your right hand and open up the left arm towards the sky. Nice roll here. And then back towards your middle and lean into your left arm this time, opening up towards the right. And then right back towards your middle. Put your hands down, find that centered spot, and then tuck your back toes. Keep that back knee on the ground as you start to slowly slide your hips back for a runner's stretch. So use your hands here to take some of the weight as you go, rocking forward and back. And then take your time to find a cozy spot. It might be different on this side. One side's definitely going to be tighter than the other. If you need to come up out a little, go for that. We don't want to force anything. That's not going to make you more flexible. It's only going to make you tighter. So just find the right spot that there's a little bit of a stretch, but no extra pain or tension there. And then rolling forward, so really crawl your way forward, use your hands again and find that low lunge, so tuck the back toes and knees off the ground. Take a moment to make sure those feet are stable again, and then come on up, soften everything through the middle and pull your way up and soften into your high lunge here. So 3 more times, big stretching up, and the exhale softens you into your high lunge. Twice more. So one more time, the breath pull you up. Legs don't have to come straight, just let the breath pull you. And then the breath softens everything down this time. So lean right, let your right hand catch you, and then slide your left leg right back towards that plank pose again. So we'll hang here for a moment. Rolling forward or back. Nice, so this time we're going to go for a side plank. So lean a little left first and then rock all the way towards your right hand, lifting your left arm up here. So if it feels better to drop a knee down, try that. Just rolling open here. And then right back towards your plank pose. If you want to keep on the knees, that's fine. This time roll all the way left, side plank opening here. Big stretch. And then right back towards that plank again. So roll from the belly and drop the hips. Sink on down for that up dog. Keeping the knees on the ground. Rolling again here. So if you want to come a little lower, that might feel nice. Catching a hold of your hands behind you, stretching open. And then softening your hands down, coming back to that child pose again. So shifting the hips back and sinking into an easy child's pose, just letting everything go, no extra effort here. Big deep breaths. Take a moment here and then pull yourself forward again. We'll find that down dog, so tuck those toes, lift from the belly, keeping everything soft. Hips go high, nice soft down dog here. So this time we'll lean left so much so that you can easily lift your right leg up and back behind you, opening through the hips and the belly if that feels nice. And then we'll slide it between your hands for that low lunge. So lean left, getting out of your way first and then finding that low lunge. If you need to shuffle your feet around to get stable, take your time and then come on up through your middle. Pull yourself for that high lunge and softening right back. Nice big stretch up and soften right back down once more. Big stretch up and softening back to your high lunge. This time we'll go for a warrior two. So pull yourself up first, and then as you exhale, spin your belly open towards your left. Back heel, find your ground as you go, and sink into a warrior two. So left toes are forward slightly, right toes forward, getting into the hips a little here. If you want to drop your hands down, go for that, making sure you've got that nice comfy spot. And then as you inhale, just like before, pull yourself up, nice stretch. And you can soften back to that warrior two. So we'll do that twice more. So let the breath really pull you up. Everything else just follows behind. Once more, stretch on up. And relax back to that warrior two. So we're going to go for a reverse this time. So lean yourself back, really lean everything. Bring that front leg with you. Big stretch behind you. And then folding forward for a side angle. So bend to that front knee and rest your right arm on your thigh. Just opening up from the belly here. Rolling around for a few breaths. And then slowly turn your hips down towards the ground. So then your left hand can catch you. And then your right hand. And we've got that low lunge again. Nice. This time shift your hips up. And find a nice sort of pyramid here. So you can crawl your hands back. Nice softness through the knees. And then sink back to your low lunge. And we'll roll up high again for that high lunge. So pull everything up. And then soften right back down, lean left. And this time we'll meet in that down dog. So slide your right leg back behind you for that down dog. So we'll do that on the other side. So lean your weight right first. There's no weight in that left leg. You can just lift it up. Opening up here. And we'll slide it through for a low lunge. So really lean right, get out of your way first, open the door, and then step on through it. Finding that low lunge, take your time to shuffle your feet apart if you need to. And then sink through your middle and pull yourself up, high lunge. Softening right back down. Bring yourself up, nice stretch. And soften right back down once more. Nice stretch, everything lifts. And then soften right back down. Finding that warrior two again. So pull yourself up. And then spin open from your middle. That's what turns your right toes towards the ground. And finding a warrior two. So your right toes are pointing forwards a little way so you can open through the hips. And relaxing here. And then in that inhale, let everything float high. And then soften for that warrior two. Twice more, pull everything up. And right back, warrior two. Once more, nice stretch as you lift high. And then come on down. This time we'll go for that reverse again. So lean on back, really lean. Bring everything with you. That front leg stretches out. And then rolling up and over for a nice side angle. So you can sink into that left thigh. Really lean on that thigh like it's an easy resting spot, like an armchair. Just opening up here. And then turn your hips down towards your ground first. So that makes your right hand catch you, then the left, finding that easy low lunge again. So from here, shift your hips up high, walk your hands back a little, finding a nice pyramid pose here. Take a moment to stretch through the hips, should feel like a really lovely whole body stretch here. And then sink back to that low lunge. Pull everything up, high lunge. And then soften all the way down. Easy, lean right and slide back for that down dog. Really nice. So this time we'll roll forward over the tiptoes towards a plank pose. Nice spinal roll here. Find that soft plank pose. No extra effort here. And then we'll go for those side planks again. So lean left and then slide everything over towards your right. Any kind of side plank here, just a big stretch. And then right back through your plank pose and over to the left side here. Big stretch open. And then right back towards your plank pose. We'll sink for that up dog, so dropping the knees, sinking the hips, the belly, opening up here. And then flowing back towards that child's pose. So pull the hips, the belly, everything softens over here. Take a big breath and just let everything go. And then pull yourself right back. We'll meet in that down dog, so tuck your toes. Shift your way up from the belly. You can roll as you go. And then this time we'll walk towards the front of your space again. So belly, hand crawls up. Belly and a hand crawls up. Finding that forward fold. This time lean into your right side and open up towards the left. Left arm wrists high. You can bend through the knees, opening here. And then right back towards that forward fold. This time lean into your left arm. Open up the right towards the sky. And all the way back up and over. And then we'll roll towards standing again, so crawling up yourself. Nice, easy stretch. And as you exhale, fold up and over. Nice, easy, soft forward fold. And then we'll crawl back to that down dog. So just how you got here, sliding a leg and a hand, crawling your way back towards that down dog. So we'll flow a little bit more here. So leaning left again, sliding your right leg up and open here. Landing that low lunge, so moving out of your way, sliding your right foot through your hands here. Sinking down in that low lunge, making sure your feet are nice and stable, and then pulling yourself up high. And soften into that high lunge. This time, lift yourself up all the way, and palms come together, bring them down towards your heart. Relax here, and then pull yourself up. And we'll twist this time over towards your right thigh. So you can hook an elbow outside, getting a nice twist. If you need a bit more support, drop that left hand down, lean in. You can open up towards the right. Wherever you are, if you're not already, drop your left hand. And this time pull the hips up for a nice twist. And then we'll trade sides. So spin around, spin your back heel down, let your right hand find your ground. And open up for a triangle this time. Nice, easy softness in the knees. And then we'll come back up for that warrior two. So sink down first and then pull everything up high. And find that warrior two again. Take a moment, turn those toes, get cozy. And just once this time, pull yourself up. And soften, warrior two. Tip back for a reverse, so really leaning back. And we'll wave over for that side angle again. Just once, rolling forward, resting your arm. Let the inhale, pull that back arm up and over. And this time we'll go back up to that warrior two. So pull yourself up, use your back arm to really lift everything high. And sink, warrior two again. Nice, we'll do that again. So lean back, nice big stretch. And then all the way for that side angle again. Nice, easy opening. Let the belly pull you open here. Lean back. And then turn your hips down towards your ground. Spin your back toes as you go. Left hand catches you. Then your right hand. And shift your hips up again for that pyramid. Big stretch. And then sink back towards your low lunge. Nice. And then pull yourself high. And we'll go all the way back for that down dog. So all the way down. Lean left. Take your time as you slide your right leg back, finding that down dog. Amazing. Let's do that on the other side. So lean right, slide your left leg up. Really open through the hips. You can drop an elbow if that feels nice. Wherever you are, lean right first. Slide your left leg for that low lunge. So take your time, steady your feet. So sink first into your middle and then pull yourself up high. And we'll soften for a high lunge here. Knees are soft, hips are forward. Pull yourself up. And this time palms come together. Drop them down. Relax here. And then stretch yourself up first. And then come over towards your left leg this time. Really use that elbow if you've got it to twist yourself open even more. Really stretch around. Make sure your back knee is nice and soft. Wherever you are, drop your right hand down towards the ground. Pull your hips up as you inhale. Stretch yourself open. And then spin around, so come through your middle. Left hand finds your ground. Spin the back heel down so you've got that whole foot on the ground as you pull open for a triangle here. And we'll go back for that warrior two. So sink down first. Use your back leg to pull you up. And soften into a warrior two. Take a moment, get settled. Turn those back toes forward. Drop any tension in the shoulders. Exhale, let it go. And then inhale just once. Pull yourself up, big stretch. And we'll soften back to that warrior two. Nice reverse, so pull everything back behind you. Really lean back. And then as you come back, roll forward. Side angle here, really stretch open. Relax onto yourself here. Coming back for a warrior two, so bend through that back leg. Pull everything up high. And then soften. Really nice, warrior two. Let's do that again, so lean back, all the way back. And then rolling for that side angle. Really rest your left arm on that thigh. Belly and breath, pull that right arm up and open. And then turn your hips down towards your ground. Turn your back toes around to find that low lunge. Right hand catches you and then pull your hips up high. Walking your hands back a little here. Nice whole body stretch and then finding that low lunge again. So sinking through the knees and then pulling everything up. And we'll find that down dog. So come on down all the way, soften right. And slide your left leg back for that down dog. Really nice. Let's find that plank pose again. So roll forward through the tiptoes all the way over. Finding a soft plank here. And we'll go for those side planks again. So lean left, slide everything right, opening up. Maybe this time it feels a little more open. You might want to step that left leg behind you. Soften everything and then open up. Got a little wild thing here. And then right back through your middle, over towards your left side. Opening here. If you want to go for that wild thing, just pop that right leg behind you, soften down and then stretch open here. And then come back through your middle. Nice, drop the hips, sink the knees. Find an easy up dog. Take a moment to stretch it out. And when you're ready, come back to that child's pose. Sinking the hips and letting everything go. Roll a little here. And then we'll find that down dog again. So pull yourself up from the hips, from the belly, shifting back towards the down dog. And just a nice little stretch this time. So lean left, slide your right leg up and back, really open here, and we'll find a pigeon. So arc your knee high and around like it's coming towards your right elbow here, and then just landing a pigeon. So soften that leg down. You can shuffle the back leg back a little. Really lean into your right hip here, moving that foot in closer if that feels better. Take a moment to get comfy, and then lean yourself back. And if it feels like you've got space, start to crawl your way forward, getting into the hips a little here. Softening the head down, and take a few breaths here. You can roll around if that feels nice. Just make sure you're not got any effort or tension on your right knee. Big long inhales. And even longer exhales, softening everything that you can feel there. And then slowly start to crawl your way back up. We'll go for a little twist. So look over your right side here, twisting around. And then come back towards your middle, looking over your left side this time. If it feels like you've got a lot of space, maybe go for a nice stretch so you can bend that back knee, catch a hold of that left foot with your left hand, pressing into it here if you've got space. If you've got even more space, you might be able to catch a hold in the elbow. No stress here, just do whatever feels nice. And then eventually dropping whatever you've got there, lowering that back foot towards the ground and coming back towards your middle. We'll find that down dog again, so shifting left and sliding your right leg back. We'll do that on the other side, so leaning right this time, big stretch, open that left leg, arc it high and around that left knee towards your left shoulder blade here, and then slowly landing a pigeon, so thigh comes forward, and sink your hips down, lean left, come onto that left hip, and then find whatever cozy spot feels nice, leaning back a little. So feel free to stay up here if this is enough. If you want to crawl your way over yourself, go for that. Couple of breaths here. So feel free to roll around here if you find a nice juicy spot that you want to stay in. That's your one today. If you feel any sensations, just really breathe into them. Couple more long deep breaths. Might feel nice to close the eyes, relax out. And then eventually start to crawl your way right back up. We'll go for that twist again. So look over your left side, crawl your hands round here, big stretch and open. And then right back through your middle, over towards that right side, calming for that twist. If you've got loads of space and that right foot is begging to be caught, go for that. Any kind of nice stretch. Big inhales. And then exhale, let it go. Drop the foot if you've got it. And we'll find that down dog again, so take your time. Shifting the hips up and sliding that left foot back to meet your right. And we'll crawl towards the front of the space again. So nice bear crawls. It should feel like a really nice movement. It's not just a transition here. It's a proper little roll through the back. And this time just hang up and over here, soften through the knees. It might be nice to catch the elbows. If your wrists are feeling a little tight, it might feel nice to stand on them instead. Another nice one for the shoulders, soften everything. Catch a hold of your hands behind you here. Really nice shoulder release. Wherever you are, we'll come on up to stand again. So everything up high, nice big stretch. And this time just drop the hands down beside you. Relax here. You can sway a little and then find your centered spot. Take a big long deep inhale. And easy, soften, exhale. Nice little intro there to a few easy moves. I hope you feel great.